Is there anybody that you can pinpoint that you actually look up to when it comes down to the 200?
Uh, Apart from Usain Bolt, I will say Delano Williams.
My people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one here on Big and Serious. Today, I'm joined by a young man who definitely is a fine prospect. We've seen him for years. He's been doing well, plagued by a little bit of injury, but he is here to kind of like lay down his journey for you. Joining me, Romario Hines. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. And you?
That I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really good. It's good to actually have a sit down. Um, I literally am a fan. I was looking out for you a lot. And especially when you switch from Spot Valley to Monroe and I saw the change, I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool, cool. I liked it. First off, let me say, let me commend you on a lot of what you have done throughout your years at Champs and also just moving on. You're doing good. You're doing good. And I just want to encourage you to keep going and just keep pushing no matter what the circumstances are.
Right.
But my first question to you is for the persons who don't know Romario or don't even remember Romario Hines, who is Romario?
Okay, so Romario is basically an athlete and student athlete that has competed at track meets and especially championships over the past few years. I have taken the crown at couple of the meets couple of the meets well, and in especially in the 100 and 200 and 400. Yeah,
Mm. Such a range, such a range. 1, 2, 4. Boy, you're talented bad, man. Nah, tell a lie. That is a
right.
deep kind of range. Yeah, yeah. Talk to me about where it began for you. Primary school, basic school. Talk to me. Where
Uh,
did it begin for you?
where it began in Spot Valley, where I was at a sports day. I was just in a sports day. I was just trying to enjoy myself and stuff. And I ran a 200-meter at sports day. So when I ran that 200-meter at sports day, that was where my old coach saw me and he saw that I got potential. So he tried to find me. He asked everyone in the school, where is that youth? Because they call me fast car. So he was asking everyone in the school where is fast car and stuff. And yeah. So when he was asking, he could not get anyone to tell him where I'm at till somehow got my mother number, reached out to my mother, and then my mother told me about him. And I said, okay. He wanted me to recruit me in the track and field and stuff, and I decided to go. And that's where it all started.
Wow. I mean, talk about, all of that. First off the bat, were you enthused to start? Like, were you just like off the bat, like, yeah, I want to do this. Let's do this. Let's compete for my school. Let's go to champs. Let's just do everything. Were you like fully ready to go?
Yes, I was fully ready to go because I also was thinking about my life because I was thinking in the next few years where I'm going to be. So I think having a talent, I wanted to just use my talent smartly. So I said, okay, I'm going to start it with him and then just see what it goes. And from how it goes well. And I see that I'm good at it. So I just continue to do what I love.
Yeah,
Right.
most definitely. Yeah.
Right.
How was the champs experience for you in general? Competing for Spot Valley. How was champs in general? Wearing the Spot Valley gear.
Champs in general was my first experience that year. And it was a good experience because I made the final for the 100. My first year and I made the final for the 100. So it was actually a good experience. Right. Love the vibe and
How,
stuff.
how much? How much did it come?
Honestly, I came eighth. I came eighth to the finals, but I was happy because I know it was my first year. And after that, my coach said I got a lot of work to do. And he said, if I'm ready, and I said, definitely, I will do anything it takes. Right.
And right, yeah. And how was it the year after that?
All right. So the year after that, I think I made a transfer, go to Munro. So I got to sit out an year. So I
Yeah,
think that was 2023. But I think I was still competing and stuff, but I wasn't that good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to me now about that switch from Spot Valley to Monroe. What kind of probe that switch, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, the switch, well, nothing really changed because it's the same coach.
Okay.
Right. Nothing
Oh,
really,
so you follow your coach.
yeah,
Okay.
loyalty. Right. So I just switch with my coach and just listen to him. I trust him and I give my all. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about, when you officially could have competed for Monroe now. And I remember specifically Jamaica College, you ran a blistering 400 meters. Um, just rewind to that point in life when you ran that 400. What was really going through your mind? Because everybody saw you and we're like, no man, this young man coming out this year. What was that thought process?
That thought process was to that was just, as I said, that was just to make me strong for my 200. But I didn't know I was gonna run a 47 that year because I was so scared to go in it. And I told my friend that I was nervous. Even though I'm brave, I was nervous because it's not really my event where I'm all relaxed and stuff. But I said, okay, since this is just a four, I'm just gonna run and I'm gonna stay strong because 400 is just it's a pain race. So it's all about mentality. And my mentality is tough, but I was still nervous. But after that, after the gun went, I just run and stay strong, straight to the finish line.
Yeah, I realize you did really good, man. You did really good. Talk about training. Did you actually like do some hardcore 400 training? What's the training for the 400 like as opposed to, just regularly doing your sprints training in terms of one and two?
Uh, Honestly, it's just I still do my sprint training. Yeah, still nothing to do with 400-meter training. So nothing really switch.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, just
okay.
operating mentality.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So you told me previously that between the 1, 2, and the 4, your favorite event is the 200 meters. Why?
Why? Because if the 200-meter give me a more stable race, because I can make a mistake in the 200-meter and still catch up with the rest. So the 200 is always my favorite, especially coming off the curve and stuff. That was always my best spot. My strongest spot was off the curve. So 200
Okay.
is definitely my main loving event.
Okay. Good, good. I like that. Is there anybody that you let me say this, apart from Usain Bolt, is there anybody that you can pinpoint that you actually look up to when it comes down to the 200?
Uh Apart from Usain Bolt, I will say Delano Williams.
And why
Yeah,
is that?
because he's like versatile, just like me, and he was at my school. So I was really looking out for someone to really push me because I didn't have anyone to push me. So I just got to run and just run with time. So it's like me against the clock.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, talk about, the environment at Monroe when you went at Monroe, kind of like what was that environment like for you, moving from, one school to the next now. How was the transition?
The transition is rough because I'm not used to a all boys school because I used to girls and boys. So when I moved to Monroe and I see it was all boys, I was like, oh no. So that right there was kind of rough, but I managed to, you know, get through it and just continue to focus on my training and my schoolwork.
Was that the best part of it? Being able to control, well, being able to, focus on the schoolwork and training a lot more rather than at school with the girls?
Yes.
Trouble man, trouble you, man. Trouble man, trouble you. Just to break the ice a little bit, um, outside of track and field, what do you really do for fun?
What I do for fun, um, I honestly I don't even know because it's like it's just me. I'm very antisocial. I was just
Oh,
yeah. It's like I just love to be by myself, so I don't really know what I like for fun. Probably just play games, I think, and sleep.
so you used to play games, but what kind of games?
Um, Fortnite, Free Fire. Sometime bored, the game not
Okay,
working. Yeah,
okay. You like football?
no.
What? I realize it's a thing with a lot of track athletes. You guys don't like football, and I can't understand why. It just don't entice you.
Uh, no, not at all.
Oh my! So there's no other sport that you could say, yeah, you like it or you follow it a little bit.
Boxing,
Boxing, okay, okay,
right?
okay. All right.
Yeah.
We work with it. Me not really know nothing about boxing, so we can't ask you nothing about boxing. But okay, okay. Um, so just take me back to Spot Valley a little bit. Were you like how how did you feel leaving that environment? You know, moving on from just the life of being one of those top dogs there and having to go to Monroe. I know you wanted to follow your coach. I know you followed your coach, but just being able to move on from that environment to something else, just let me know how was that feeling, leaving the friends and moving on, because I just want to get to understand how is it like for you guys transferring from one school to the next for track and field per se.
Uh, it's quite emotional because knowing my friends and I also have family there that teaches at Spot Valleys, but it's really emotional. But I got to do what I got to do, and being the top dog at Spot Valley and switch over and still be the top dog at Monroe, it's like I never lose anything. So it's just me and it's just basically I haven't changed anything, but it's just emotional for my friends and family. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so now talk to me. I was looking back at some character trials. There was one that you did in 2022. Of course, you were competing for Spot Valley at this time, and you just did sensational at that character trials. By the way, uh, you were doing some good things. Just explain to me, um, with character, because did you actually go to character?
Yes, I go to Carifta that year, but I could not run because I was injured.
Yeah. So
Yes,
so
I got to sit
go ahead.
and watch everyone run, and I was just in a corner by myself.
Aw.
Right.
Oh,
So,
what at that point, what kind of injury was it?
it was my arm string, always the arm string, my major thing that is happening to me in the sport so far, arm string.
And I mean, apart from just sitting and just being not being able to run, you know, talk about how you continued to do this thing even with the injury.
It is love. It's just the love that I got for the sport. Because tracks is an individual sport. You're just doing this for yourself and no one else. So you just do it. It's just a love. Love is what pushed
Yeah.
me through.
And where did that love come from?
That love come from? It came from My family, because they see that I was fast and they always said, just do it for your family, not just yourself, but just your family. So I said, okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna go out there and do it.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. I mean, um, just watching in general what you were able to do, and I there are a lot of times that I look and I say, I wonder what it is that these youngsters are going through. A lot of you, majority of the time, are always plagued with injuries, and just the fact that you guys can get up still and keep going, keep pushing, no matter what, it shows how, strong minded you are, and it also shows the love, like what you mentioned.
Right,
But now let's move into, of course, that last year that you competed for Monroe, you would have also been injured at that point.
right.
Um, Talk to me about what were those raw emotions, knowing that you weren't able to compete, that last year to your full potential to give off. Because I get to understand you were even like a national champion in the 200 meters at one point. You know, just talk about how you felt knowing that you weren't able to close out your champ's career, you know, as one of the top dogs as you'd want to.
Ah, that year was just a disaster because I felt it to the point where I started to cry in my own corner. I started to cry in my own corner because I have worked so hard for that year, knowing that that year was my last year. I give it my all. Especially that's why I was doing the 400 meters to give me as much strength as possible for that 200 meter. So when I got injured that year, it was like is I know it was messed up. And even the 200 meter, I should not do the 200 meter that year, but the love that I got and because I wanted to do it, um, I told my coach that I'm still going to run, even though I'm not at my best of potential right there, but I'm still going out there to do my best. So it
Yeah.
was heartbroken.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can just imagine, man, because you were really onto something, that was the same year we're talking about that 47. You were definitely onto something. Yeah. Yeah. With you now literally transitioning or have transitioned out of high school, right?
Right.
And you're in the professional ranks now. What is the lifestyle like?
Ah, your lifestyle is like more of a rest, but more intensity, more hard training, and you get like more rest and stuff. So the lifestyle is more easier in a sense, but it takes responsibility of yourself, knowing that certain things you cannot take, certain brand you cannot wear. So the lifestyle is good in a sense. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Quick question. Are you still going to school? Like, are you going to like UTech, or you going to school currently, or no, you're just focusing
Going to
straight on
school.
track and field?
Can you repeat?
No, I was asking if are you going to school?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're fully 100 focused on track. All right, all right. I realized that you brought up brand and you're boasting your Adidas brand, right?
Right.
Adidas suit you, by the way. It suit you. Um, talk talk on a little bit of not necessarily what training is like, but where you're at now. Maybe who is your coach? Are you still training with the coach from Monroe, or are you, on to higher heights now?
Um, right now, I'm not training with. any coach at the moment because I'm about to leave because I have signed, so I'm about to leave to go overseas and represent, you know, and go to college there.
Okay, wonderful. Um,
Right.
if you don't mind sharing, what's the name of the college?
The college is Coffee Valley Community College. So, is it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. What are you looking to study?
I'm looking to study small business administration because I am a business type of person. Right.
I love that. I love that. You know, are you ready for that experience of, it's a whole new country now, and are you ready for that experience?
I'm ready because Monroe has prepared me for those types of heights and new environment. So
Okay.
I'm confident, I'm ready. I'm just ready to go, ready to float. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you start in August
August,
or
I
September?
think September.
Okay, okay.
Right.
Well, all the best on that. All the best on that. I mean, I totally forgot about the fact that I saw that you got signed to one of those colleges. Congratulations and all the best. That's a big deal,
Right.
and I really do wish you all the best on that business administration, endeavors. Is there anything as you talk about business administration, right?
Right.
If you're looking to go into business, what area would you go into?
Becoming my own boss.
Okay, you want to be an entrepreneur. All
Right.
right, I see you. What kind of business you would have create? We're not gonna get too deep in it because we don't want the people them hear the business plan, but what you would have do like sell phone, or is it a case where like where would I want to?
Ah, I have a lot. I have a lot thinking about I have a lot thinking about it. So at this point, I don't think I know I don't know what really I want to do as yet.
Okay, 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 okay.
But if it gets
So
to the point that I have to sell phone and stuff, or you know, employ some people to run my type of business, I will do it. But right now, it's just like I don't really know what I want right now.
okay, okay.
Right.
So is the aim to be able to go full on with school, right? And then become pro, or is it a case where you're saying, you know, you're looking to transition into being a pro the best way possible? Like, do you see yourself really becoming a pro and living the life as a pro track athlete?
Yes.
That's your aim.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Um, Tell me real quickly. I know that you say you're going to college. I know you say, you're doing your business, but if it wasn't track, what would you be doing?
Well, if it was a track, I think I would be working with my father, an electrician, because
Okay.
yeah, because when I was young, he always tried to push me to do electrician work, but um, I didn't really interested into it. But I think if it was not for my track and field, I think I would be over there working with him.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Right. Right. So everybody at home must be proud of you now. You, getting through for college, you doing well in this track and field thing, and it's literally taking you to higher heights. By the way, quick question. Um with Monroe, did you ever go to pen relays?
Yes. I experienced
Okay.
that once.
What was that experience going to pen relays and having to deal with the cold and all of that?
Well, well, the experience. going over there was good, but the cold is something that I'm used to because I'm in Munro. You know, Munro is very foggy and cold.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah, yeah.
used to the cold weathers. So going over there with the coldness is no big deal at all.
Okay. And performing was actually, like going out there on the track and doing it in the cold and all of that. That was also something that was, easy for you as well.
Right. And for the
Okay, okay. And for the what? I'm sorry.
and for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Um, Yeah, Romario, I really am intrigued by all that you've had to do, and that's why I decided, hey, I have to reach out to you because, I wondered where you were, what you were doing, how you're doing, and how is everything, and I really just want to say thank you for coming on. I really, really do appreciate it. You're a
Yes.
big deal.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. I realize say you're shy, but it's all right.
Yeah, but very
Oh my gosh. All right, Romario. Thanks again. Don't move. Stay right there. My people, if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend that this is the place to be because we have a champion right here in our midst. Right here. Romario is right here. This is a champion, right? Right, Romario? A
right.
champion, right?
One.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. All right. So until next time, people, walk good, stay safe, big up on yourself, and until next time, we're out of here.